Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of chicocrypto, coming to you guys not live, not in my studio, but out in nature, aka just my backyard once again. How's everybody's, Wednesday is it? Bitcoin's Wednesday's doing pretty dang good. As everyone can tell, Bitcoin is finally pumping, bouncing off of just below 40K a few days ago, and now we jumped over 44K for a second, but the last time I checked, we were sitting at about 43.5, could be a little lower, could be a little higher when this video comes out. But I'm sure you guys could tell from the title of my video, it wasn't necessarily good. It was, kind of almost bearish, I said this Bitcoin pump is a trap. This is the final setup. So what am I talking about? Well, everyone should know the reason for the pump. The pump happened because of the CPI data that came out, Consumer Price Index, inflation data, basically. So inflation data came in line with expectations. A lot of the top economists across the United States predicted that inflation data would be around 7%. And it came out today, and inflation data year over year from December last year to December this year, we have increased by 7%. So if you had $100 December of last year, that's really only worth $93 now, because 7% inflation, you guys. So it's not good, actually. We got to talk about, that number. So it's one of the highest numbers since 1982. Last month we set 6.8%, and that was the highest since 1982. We just keep climbing and climbing. And whenever inflation has got to this level, you guys, just check back in the charts of inflation, we go into recession. The government has to step in and they have to start raising rates. So again, you guys, it's not necessarily good. And if you check out, some of the traditional markets, initially they had a pump, because inflation data came in line. But if you check out the Dow, it's been actually dropping since that initial pump. Because I think the reality is going to kind of set in, you guys. The government is going to have to raise rates if they want to stop inflation. There's no ifs, ands, ors about that. I don't know if they can stop it. I mean, Jerome Powell, he talked yesterday and he said, me and the Federal Reserve, we're going to get inflation under control. And one of the only ways, is to stop printing money, stop their bond purchasing programs and all of that. They've been printing, and it's got to stop if they want to get inflation under control. The U.S. population, most people, they deal in fiat. It's going to get nasty for people. I mean, food, energy, rent, shelter, everything is increasing and increasing fast. If they want to, allow Americans to survive, they have to start raising rates. So again, you guys, that's one of the reasons I think this may be a fake little pump out. Not only in Bitcoin, but also in the traditional markets. Just check out the Dow Jones, We're going to have to see as the next days go on what happens with the market. But regarding Bitcoin, and a fake pump, we got to talk about leverage. So even, with Bitcoin getting down to 40K, down below 40K, and the pump up to 43K, we have only seen, $80 million in short liquidations. The day before that, probably like 60 million in short liquidations. It's not much. Not too many. There are a few people, but there aren't many people who are shorting Bitcoin right now. And the only place these big exchanges, the whales, can make their money is in long liquidations. I mean, if you go back to BYBT and you check out, the liquidation data, you can see the only days where they get 500 million in liquidations, up to $1 billion in liquidations, is with longs. There's no shorts. So again, you guys, I do think we are necessarily not going to drop. Like, this isn't a bearish video where we're going down, down, down. I actually do think we might go a little bit up. and a little bit up towards like 45 to 48K before they do pull another big liquidation, especially if Dow hangs where it is. We could see that, because that's where the money is being made by these large leverage exchanges, you guys. So be careful, you know, with your trading right now. Be careful, you know, looking at necessarily all these different altcoins. What was worrying me about some of these altcoin pumps when Bitcoin was getting brutalized was exit liquidity. I mean, there are a lot of big bag holders in these altcoin projects, the whales, that need exit liquidity. And one of the best ways to do that is to create a fake pump. So they get people to buy, and then they're able to sell out their large bags at higher prices. So be careful of exit liquidity. Be careful with a lot of the big influencers out in the space, them promoting, you know, saying we're going to go bullish again, you guys. It's kind of scary what's going on in the markets right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried, of course. I mean, I've lost a shit ton of money, and it sucks. And you just gotta be able to have conviction in what you're holding and hold it for the long term. I know I've talked a lot about the last hurrah in the markets, you guys, and it's hard for me to say. I mean, it could have been, that last hurrah could have been 64K, and we are, you know, going to go into a crypto winter. A lot of people were talking about the crypto winter. I mean, deep down, for some reason, I still think we have one more push up. I mean, there's too much money to be made in these markets. But again, a lot of it has to do with the traditional markets, you guys. I mean, Bitcoin follows the Dow, it follows stocks. I mean, tech stocks go down, and not necessarily all stocks. It follows, you know, more speculative stocks like tech stocks. They go down, Bitcoin, crypto gets crushed, you guys. With an environment of raised rates, of course, you know, all speculative assets are going to go, down. And Bitcoin isn't necessarily immune to that. I mean, Bitcoin's supposed to, you know, fight inflation and all this stuff, but with bad inflation data, Bitcoin, you know, has been going down in the past. But there is necessarily not, I mean, bad things going on in the markets. There are a few altcoin opportunities that I've been eyeing. I was going to put out the video today. I was going to put out the altcoin video tomorrow, but I think it's coming on Friday now. 3 altcoins I see big opportunity in. One is an altcoin that's out, but not out. It's not trading on exchanges, but you can get it OTC, and it is coming on some bigger exchanges here soon, and a few of the other ones just have really big releases. But regarding big releases, you guys, Warp Finance. I thought Warp V2 was going to come out a little bit earlier, but it looks like it's just around the corner now, you guys. Warp, I think, is down below 200 bucks. It's ranked like 1,300. They're allowing leverage positions through element finances and big APYs, you guys. So when Warp V2 comes out, it's going to be interesting, you know, to see the adoption that comes from their protocol and the type of return you can get from leveraging your element positions. So that one's on my radar. And one final thing I want to talk about in the altcoin space is Looks and the Looks airdrop. So of course, claim it, you guys, but I'd be a little careful. I mean, there are a bunch of Twitter influencers that got some private round allocations, probably dang cheap tokens. They're sitting on a big multiplier right now, so I would definitely be careful of that. You know, don't necessarily dive all into Looks. I mean, if they do take a good piece of the market share from OpenSea, I mean, NFTs are going to be a multi-billion, maybe trillion-dollar industry. They take, you know, 5% market share. Maybe Looks is a good buy right now. But of course, be careful of the influencers that have got in for super cheap. Zach XBT on Twitter, great guy regarding, you know, investigations. He's been putting out some content on Looks. So just be careful, you guys. That's it for me today. Again, I'm going to do another candid video for you guys tomorrow. Top altcoin video on Friday, so tune in for that. And I hope you guys like this type of content. If not, let me know in the comments. See you guys.